Today we're going to talk about the challenges that come with being a single mom, specifically those surrounding finances. Stick around. Hey friends, thanks for joining. If you're new here, I'm Jen, single mom, artist, and entrepreneur. And this channel is all about helping other single moms build a life that they love and do it all on their own. So today I want to talk about what is maybe arguably the hardest part about being a single parent, and that has got to be finances. Being a one-income family in a world where two-income families are almost required is definitely a difficult road. It means that we have to budget smarter, we have to spend smarter, we have to be more cautious with our income and with our outgo. It means that we have to cook at home more than we eat out. It means making smart decisions every single day, because even one bad decision can haunt us for a substantial time to come. One bad decision can be a lot harder to recover from on one income than it is on two. So, I have 5 tips today to help aid you in making those smart decisions. Number 1 is pay bills on time, if at all possible. Paying stupid tax adds up. I call stupid tax that additional little fee you have to pay for late fees on electric bills and water bills. 1 day late means an extra $2 to $3 late fee, right? And that's just if it's a utility bill. Paying a credit card bill 1 day late can be a $35 fee. I call that stupid tax, all because we weren't paying attention and we weren't being specific with our budgeting and how we pay our bills. Those fees can add up really, really fast. Over the course of a year, you could be paying hundreds of additional dollars just in fees because you paid 1 day late. Don't do that. If at all possible, don't do that. Number 2, mind your credit score. So your credit score matters tremendously because it's the difference between being able to get an emergency loan and not. It's the difference between being able to finance a new furnace when it goes out unexpectedly on the coldest day of the year and not. Pay down your debt whenever you can. If you must be late paying a bill like a credit card or a mortgage, do not pay it 30 or more days late. 30 days is the cutoff for reporting to the credit bureaus. Pay it before that 30-day late mark so that it doesn't show up on your credit report as being late. That dings your credit and hurts you in the long run. Your credit score matters. Take care of it. Make sure that you are paying things on time. Make sure you are paying them back. Don't let credit card bills or mortgages or any of that stuff go completely unpaid. If you're having a hardship and you're having trouble making payments, call that company. Sometimes you can get a forbearance where you can get a couple of months leeway on making payments or things of that nature. Call the company, communicate with them. Don't just leave it unpaid, because just leaving it unpaid kills your credit score. Try to make arrangements. Try to make it work. It can be the difference between being able to replace your car when it's on its last leg and not. It can be the difference between so many things. So take care of your credit score. If you don't understand how credit works, learn. There are all kinds of resources out there that will teach you about credit and how it works and how to take care of your credit score. Even simple websites like Credit Karma are a great place to start. So if you don't understand how credit works, learn. This matters, and as an adult, you need to get it. Number 3, evaluate your spending habits. A lot of us have very small little things that we'll treat ourselves to, which is fine. You're a grown-up, you can do what you want. But if that daily cup of coffee that you get on the way to work is costing you $4 or $5 when you could just make that cup of coffee at home before you leave for a third of that price, that money adds up very, very quickly. And sometimes we spend money we don't even realize we're spending. I highly, highly recommend, if you haven't done it recently, to keep track of every penny you spend for 30 days. Every single penny. If you stop at the gas station and get a Coke, if you swing through McDonald's and get a cookie, literally every penny, track it for 1 month, because it's very, very eye-opening to see where your money goes. Now, maybe you're not guilty of any of those things. Maybe you don't do any of that extraneous spending, but I bet you do, because we all do a little bit of it. And it's okay. You're a grown-up. Like I said, you can do whatever you want, but we need to be aware of it, because by being aware of it, we make better decisions. Number 4 is take care of your health. The number 1 cause of bankruptcy in the United States is medical debt. I know that's not the case in a lot of countries, and if you live in a different country, boy, do you not have any idea how lucky you are, because medical debt in the United States is absolutely crippling. Health insurance here is very expensive, and it makes it very, very difficult for single parents who maybe don't have the greatest of health care to feel like they can justify going to the doctor. And you should never have to choose between paying a bill and going to the doctor when you're sick, right? Like, it's just not okay that that's even the way that it is. But unfortunately, for many of us here living in the United States, that is the way that it is. But taking care of you matters, because here's the thing. When you get sick, you're the sole breadwinner. So when you get sick, if you miss work, if you lose your job because you're extremely ill, all of that is a really, really, really big deal, right? Your kids are counting on you to take care of yourself, to stay healthy, and to be here for them for the long haul. So, get your yearly checkups. Know that you're healthy. When you need medical care, get it. I know it's hard to prioritize something that can be very, very expensive, but we have to do it because it matters. It matters for keeping us here on this planet to care for our kids. You can't take care of your kids if you aren't healthy. You can't be an amazing parent if you are sick. So take care of your health. Now, that also includes eating well, not skipping meals, not eating junk all the time. That means making sure you're eating a balanced, decent diet. And I know that can be hard, because as a single mom myself, I spend a lot of my time, especially in the evenings after school, running to different activities. That can make it really hard to make sure that we all have a healthy dinner. It can. And unfortunately, many times it means we get fast food far more often than we should. But it's something that we have to be conscious of. It's something we have to be aware of, and we have to try to make a priority, because we really are what we eat. So if we're eating nothing but junk, we are not going to be healthy. So take care of your diet. Take care to make sure you get at least some exercise in a given week, which I'm guilty of that not being a priority for me, and it needs to be. I need to exercise more than I do. It's definitely something that I need to make a better priority. So do better than me. Make getting a little bit of exercise a priority. Make your diet and eating good, nutritious foods a priority. Keep your health a priority. Take care of you so that you can take care of those babies. And number 5, which kind of goes hand in hand with 4, is to plan your meals. Planning can make a big difference in being able to eat healthy. For instance, I know that my Monday nights and my Thursday nights are especially crazy. I do not have time to cook those 2 nights of the week, and I know that. So on Sundays, a lot of times I will make a bigger meal, knowing and planning for us to eat the leftovers from that on Monday. I will do the same thing on Tuesday or Wednesday, planning that Thursday night we're probably going to eat those leftovers again. My kids are okay with leftovers. Yours should be too. Trust me, they should. You need to just make them be. I don't know how anybody gets by this day and age without being okay with eating some leftovers. So a lot of times on, say, Tuesday, I'll make a giant lasagna, knowing that that's going to feed us for multiple meals because it's a giant lasagna. I will also hide lots of veggies in that lasagna so that I know that we're all getting really good nutrition out of it. Planning your meals also includes planning your grocery trips, which means by planning your meals ahead of time and then allotting for them in your grocery trips, you eliminate a lot of that impulse buying that happens in the grocery store because you have a list and you know what you actually need instead of just guessing at what you actually need. So it eliminates some impulse buying. It's good for your budget as well as for your health and for your time. Those small impulse purchases that we make at the grocery store add up really, really fast. And it's easy to make them if you go in without a list. If you're unprepared on what you're going to buy, then you just buy kind of whatever. That adds up really, really fast. So planning your meals is not only good for your health, it's also good for your budget. It's a dual purpose piece. And you can plan those meals around the activities that you and your children have from week to week. It makes your life easier, it makes life less chaotic, and it's just a good practice all the way around. And as single parents, really, really have to be cognizant of not only our health and our money, but also of our time. So meal planning gives you the opportunity to do all three of those things in one fell swoop. I highly, highly recommend it. I will tell you that the weeks that I don't plan meals ahead of time are always the most chaotic weeks. The weeks that I take the time to plan our meals are such smoother weeks. In general, everything just runs a little bit smoother because I'm not running around trying to figure out what we're going to eat. And because I've planned it ahead of time, I know that we're eating well, I know that we're eating healthy, and I know that we're eating within the budget that I need us to eat in. So everything comes together there. I hope that you found these tips helpful. If so, please let me know. I'd love to hear your comments on it. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.